Beginning to focus in on the breath. On the inhales and the exhales. Allowing that breath to move in through the nose, down the throat, the chest, into the belly. And as it reverses from the belly, chest, throat, and out through the nose. And keeping this breath going, knowing that we can always come back to any point in time. And taking any rest or modifications as needed. And maybe letting both of the hands come to the heart now as we set our intention. Maybe it's something you're specifically working on. Or if you need a little inspiration, there's this quote that I'm really liking right now. Life is amazing, and then it's awful, and then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and the awful, it's ordinary and mundane and routine. Breathe in the amazing, hold on through the awful, and relax and exhale during the ordinary. That's just living heartbreaking, soul healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life. And it's breathtakingly beautiful. So embracing this beautiful life and all the roller coasters that it comes with. And appreciating each and every single moment. Releasing your intention, whatever way feels most natural. Go ahead and start that playlist if you're listening to the playlist with me. Allowing the arms to reach long behind you, toes reaching in front, nice big body stretch. And then the next breath, we'll let the knees come into the chest, giving yourself a nice big hug. Exhale, extend out long. Inhale, tuck it in. We're going to do 2 more of those, your breath pace. One breath lengthens, and the other breath brings everything in. The last set, meeting with the knees and the chest. Big hug here. Maybe a little sway side to side feels nice. And then finding stillness, let's open up those arms, goalpost or T. The knees will fall to the right as the gaze falls to the left. Easing that left shoulder down. Finding the heaviness in the knees. Maybe that right hand even rests upon the legs. Our next breath, we bring that gaze back to center. If it fell to the side, the knees will come back to center. Now let the knees fall to the left as the gaze falls to the right or stays at center. Again, allowing that right shoulder to stay grounded down. That left hand might rest on top of the knees. The legs become heavy. Bringing that gaze back to center, the knees will come back to center. Now starting to find some movement along the spine, forward and back. We're making our way into our tabletop position. Allowing the hands to be underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, that spine is nice and long. Settle in here. And then we'll let that heart shine forward, tailbone reaching up high. Push that ground away, curve the spine. Moving at your breath pace and your cat-cow flow, maybe welcoming in movement side to side, forward and back, circles. Allowing the body to be curious with each breath. A few more breaths. Alrighty, even out. Meeting back in that neutral tabletop. That left hand stays pressed down. That right arm is reaching up high. Exhale, thread that arm underneath. Inhale, open it back up. Exhale, thread. Inhale, open. Last time, exhale, thread. Relaxing on the right side of the head as that left hand reaches forward. If it feels nice to balance on that right knee and allow that left leg to extend on back, allow it to extend. So we're breathing into our right shoulder here. Nice big inhales and exhales. If that leg is extended out, gently bring it back in. Left hand is coming next to the face. Open up that arm. We're opening up into our extended side plank. So that left knee stays grounded down, right leg extending long, seal it down, right arm reaching high. If it feels better to let that right arm reach alongside that right ear, let it reach. Breathe. Exhaling that right hand on down. Let's extend that left leg to meet the right high plank. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. For 4. For 3. For 2. Bring the knees down, back into our tabletop. Right hand stays planted down, left arm reaching high. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread. Last time, inhale, open, reach up high. Exhale, thread it on through, allowing that left side of the head coming on down. The right hand is reaching forward. Maybe you shift that weight to the left knee. Extend that right leg back. Noticing the difference in the shoulders. Maybe the breath has changed. Come back to those inhales and those exhales. If that right leg is extended out, we're bringing it back in to meet that left knee. Right hand is coming alongside the face. We open up, left leg extending, seal that foot down, left arm reaching high. Side plank, but keeping it modified. Left arm might reach forward, or it can stay up. Shine a little brighter. Exhale that left hand on down. We're coming onto that left ball of the foot. Extend that right leg on back. We're back in that high plank. Breathe. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last one, those hips are reaching high, downward facing dog. You might begin to pedal out the feet, find some movement. Allow that stretch to happen alongside the back side of the body as those hips reach high. All right, settle in. We'll find a bend in the knees. Start making your way to the top of the mat. There could be a really big bend in the knees in this first forward fold. Allow that torso to just hang on over. It's nice and heavy. Just letting go. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, relax on over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Inhale those arms up. And as we exhale, we find our chair. So those hands can come to heart center. They might come up by the ears. Find your version, that bum is low. The knees are aligned. Breathe. We're here. 4, 3, 2, go down a little deeper. 1, exhale and over those legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Plant the hands, step or jump it back. Find your flow. We're meeting in our downward facing dog. Those hips are reaching high in that downward facing dog. Allow the toes to touch. That left foot stays grounded, right leg is reaching up high. As we exhale, we take a smooth step forward, low runner's lunge to find that stability. We're letting that left foot seal on down. Now I want you to reach those arms forward just for a second. Now allow them to sweep back like you're creating a big circle. And then it's almost like you're wanting to hug in that air behind you. So those wrists are turning and coming up, lifting up into your warrior one. So fancy move to get here. Now the back likes to sway a bit here. See if you can bring in that belly, so crunch it in. There's a lot happening now. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Exhale those hands on down, framing that foot, back foot revolves. Step that right foot on back, keep it hovering. Let's come forward, come down halfway. Push up, come down. Push up, we're coming down onto the belly. Let both of the feet untuck. Now reach those arms forward like you're swimming. Now pull the shoulders away from the ears so you're having a little bit of space here. Bend the elbows. The feet might lift. As you pull those arms closer towards the ribs, you notice that chest beginning to lift. Exhale, relax down. Inhale, lift and pull. Reach those arms forward. Exhale and back. Reach them forward. Bring them back. Right here for 3. For 2. See if you can lift higher. Relax on down. Hands are coming underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Making our way into our downward facing dog. Annie, every time this song comes on Zumba, because I feel like you've done it like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, it gets stuck in my head and I absolutely love it. All right, toes are touching. Breathe. Left leg reaching up high. Exhale, a smooth step forward. Low runner's lunge, find that stability. Right foot seals on down. Reaching those arms forward. That belly's kind of resting on top of the legs. Find that big circle. Now fancy it up as you reach up high. Again, maybe that little tucking of the belly. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale those hands on down, framing that foot, back foot revolves. Left foot stepping back to meet the right, high plank. Shift that weight forward, come down halfway. Push it up. Down halfway. Push it up. Last time, down halfway, come all the way down onto the belly. Untucking the toes. Good. Allow both of those arms to come forward. Create a little bit of space in the shoulders. We're lifting that right arm up, left leg up. Bring it left arm up, right leg up. Down. Right arm, left leg. Down, left arm, right leg. Down. Let's lift everything up. Woo. Exhale it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale it down. Last time, inhale it up. Breathe. 4, 3, 2. Relax on down. Allow the hands to come underneath the shoulders, come up onto those fingertips. Now go a handprint out, and we lift that heart on up. Maybe you shimmy it down. Maybe shimmy it up. And shimmy it down. I think I'm just channeling you right now, Annie. So be a little playful here. Going with the music maybe of the sangria wine. Good. All right, slow it down. Hands are coming underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under, making our way into our downward facing dog. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Toes are still touching. Hips are reaching high. Bend the knees. Step, jump, hop, top of the mat. Come up halfway. Exhale on over. Inhale, coming back into that chair. That bum is deep. Breathe. Here for 4. For 3. For 2. 1, come up to standing, reach up high. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, swan dive over. Inhale, come up halfway. Plant the hands, step, jump, hop it on back. Find your flow, meeting in our downward facing dog. Alrighty, toes will touch. Right leg rises. As we exhale, that right knee finds that right arm. Lift it up. Knee to nose. Lift it up. Knee to left arm. Lift it up. Knee to right arm. Maybe it drops to the wrist. Bring it to the elbow, all the way up. Knee to the nose. Drop it down. Lift it up all the way. Knee to that left elbow. Drop it down. Lift it up. Now thread that foot on through. Right hand stays pointed down. Left arm rising on up. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales. Exhale that left hand on down. And throw that foot back into your 3-legged dog. Breathe. Exhale forward, 3-legged plank. If you want, you can come down halfway. Push it up. Knee to the nose. Place that foot in between those hands. Low runner's lunge. Hands are coming, maybe a handprint forward. Shift that weight into that right leg. The left leg starts becoming nice and light. Just like a roller coaster, let's lift off. Good. Nice and long with the spine. Those left toes are flexed. That left hip is tucking in. Breathe. Bend that right knee, left toes touching down. Hands are planting down. Step that right foot back to meet the left. Let it hover. You can stay here. Come down halfway. Push up. Knee to the nose. Step that foot in between. Lift back up in that grounded warrior 3. Breathe. Bend that right knee, left toes touching down. Plant the hands, right foot stepping back. Come down halfway. Lift up one last time, knee to nose. Step that foot forward. Lift it up. Maybe the hands lift this time. Breathe. Hands are coming down. Left toes are stepping back. Right foot is stepping back. Keep it hovering. Come down halfway. Breathe for 3. For 2. Open up that heart. Untuck the toes. Up dog. Breathe. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reach those hips up high. Nice big inhales and exhales. Feeling that strength in the body. I know it's also getting tired, but you're balancing everything out with the breath. Remembering you can do hard things. And this beautiful life, toes will touch. Left leg reaching high. Left knee, left elbow. Lift it up. Knee to nose. And up. Knee to right arm. Lift it up. Knee to left arm. Bring it down to the wrist. To the elbow. Up high. Knee to nose. Drop it down. Lift it up. All the way. Knee to right elbow. Drop it down. Lift it up. Thread that foot. Left hand stays planted. Right arm is reaching up high. Breathe. Shine that heart. Allow yourself to feel extraordinary here. Shining bright. Exhale, right hand is coming on down. Unthread that foot. Reach up high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, forward, three-legged plank. Come down halfway. Push it up. Halfway. Push it up. Knee to nose. Step that foot on through. Hands are coming in front. Again, we're getting used to this movement before we completely lift. Right leg is up. Keep those hands grounded. Feel that spine long from the crown of the head to the right toes. Check that hip in a little. Breathe. Bend that left knee, right toes are touching down, hands are planted. Step that left foot back, keep it floating, come down, lift up. Step that foot forward, fly. Breathe. Bend that left knee, right toes touching down, plant the hands, left foot stepping back, come down, lift up, step that foot through. This time maybe you lift the hands. Feel that length, feel that strength. Breathe. Good. Hands will plant down, bend that left knee, right toes touching down, step that left foot back. Come down halfway, hold it for 3, for 2, squeeze. 1, untuck the toes, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Nice and strong here. Come back to the breath, back to your intention. Feel that roller coaster of the ride. Know that you are able. Know that you can. We take a breath in and a breath out. Bend the knees. Step, jump, hop, top of the mat. Come up halfway. Exhale over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive on down. Inhale, come up halfway. Plant the hands, our right foot is stepping back, low runner's lunge. Just notice this lunge for a breath or 2. You might play with the hips falling forward or back. Right knee is coming on down, untuck the toes. Let's inhale those arms up overhead, breathe. Allowing that strength to fill the body again. If you like that tucking like we did in Warrior One, maybe you tuck it here as well. Engaging that belly. It's a game changer. Beautiful. All right, right arm is reaching forward, left arm is reaching back. A little twist. Right elbow is hooking outside of that left. Left hand is coming to meet that right hand. Prayer twist. That belly's really touching that inner part of that left leg. Keep that spine long. All right, we're gonna find that strength in that left leg. Right foot starts tucking. And with the strength in the left, we guide that right leg up. So we're in our lifted twist. Nice big inhales and exhales. All right. As we release our twist, that left hand is coming in front of that left foot, and we tilt open half moon. Let it be slow and fluid as you open up. Right hand is coming on down. Shift those hips, standing split just for a second. Bend that left knee, right toes are coming down, low runner's lunge. Step that left foot back to meet the right, high plank. Move through your flow, whatever that looks like. Meeting in downward facing dog, keeping in mind maybe our flow looks like child's pose. Seeing where we're at and meeting ourselves wherever we are today. All righty, right leg lifts. Exhale is smooth, step forward, low runner's lunge. Play with this lunge just for a breath or two. Left knee, tucks on down. Untuck the toes, lift those arms up high. Option of engaging that belly. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Left hand is reaching forward as that right hand reaches back. Embracing the wobbles as we let that left elbow tuck outside of that right knee. Allow that right hand to meet the left for our prayer twist. We're still keeping that left leg down for now. All right, tuck the left toes under. Strengthen that right leg. Shift a little bit there. Nice and strong. Lift that left leg. Breathe. As we unwind, that right hand is coming in front of that right foot. Shift that weight. Gently open up into that half moon. Exhaling that left hand on down. Shift the hips, standing split. Reach up high. Bend that right knee, left toes are touching on down, low runner's lunge. And this time we're stepping that left foot up to meet the right, top of the mat. Relax on over the legs, wiggle it out a little. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, melt over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale those hands down to heart center. We're gonna find our mountain pose just for a breath or two. So allowing those hands to fall down alongside the body, grounding the toes, the feet down to the earth beneath us. Roll those shoulders away from the ears, find that space there. Nice open heart and hands ready for receiving whatever comes our way. Just coming back to that intention if we had one set. Or reminding ourselves of the challenges we might face and how we're able to overcome it. Maybe some of the things seem easier over time. We get stronger over time as we continue growing. 2 more breaths here. All right, reach those arms up high. Exhale, swan dive on down. Inhale, come up halfway. Let's plant the hands. The left foot is stepping back. Low runner's lunge. Left knee coming on down. Untuck the toes. Breathe. Now I just want you to stay here just for a breath or two. Notice how this feels. Maybe it's easy. Maybe you're like, holy moly, my hip is tight. Breathe into that tight hip. All right, now listen up. This is going to be a really big move. So that left hand is reaching forward, that right arm is reaching back, but that belly is still resting upon that right leg. It's going to feel a little weird. You might get a bit of a stretch on that right outer hip too. And then I want you to tuck the back toes under, lift that back leg. Now seal that left foot. Maybe you take a little hop forward to seal that left foot. Again, this is all going to feel really funny. And then just like if I'm grabbing onto your left hand, lifting it up towards the sky, bringing that torso on up, that left hand coming behind you. Right hand coming in front. We're in our warrior two. Soft gaze over that right hand. Breathe. Flip that right palm to the sky. Exhale that warrior. Exhale, side angle. If you want, maybe that right arm reaches forward. Keep that belly lifted, that heart lifted. 4, 3, 2 more strong breaths. We're all coming into our half moon. Right hand coming in front of that right foot. Tilt it open. Breathe. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Shift the hips, standing split. Reach up high. Bend that right knee, left toes are touching down. Step that right foot back to meet the left. Maybe you move through your chaturangas. Maybe you meet in downward facing. Seeing where your journey takes you today. Maybe it's easy, maybe it's a little bumpy. Breathe. Maybe you notice even as the heels start making their way down towards the earth, as they become a little bit more relaxed, as they find a little bit more ease. Just a few more breaths here. Left leg is reaching up high. Exhale, take that step forward, low runner's lunge. Right knee dropping down. Untuck the toes. Again, just seeing how we feel here. Breathing into the hip. Allowing ourselves to slow down. All right, that right arm is reaching forward. Left hand is reaching back. Keep that belly on that left leg. Tuck the back toes under, nice and strong with that left leg. It helps lifts us up. Bring that right foot a hair forward so you can seal it down. Feeling the length of the spine. Right hand still reaching forward, left hand still reaching back. Breathe. With that right hand, I lift you up as you open up into your warrior two. Gaze over those left fingers, bend in that left knee. Breathe. Flip that left palm to the sky. Exhale that warrior. Our next breath, we find our side angle, left arm onto that left leg, right arm reaching high. Option of letting that left arm reach long. For 4. For 3. For 2. We find our half moon, left hand coming in front of that left foot, right leg reaching up high. Hips are stacked. Nice big inhales and exhales. We bring that right hand on down. Shift the hips, standing split. Lovely. Bend that left knee, right toes are touching down. Feel the low runner's lunge so we can grab that strength again in that left foot. Right foot is stepping forward to meet the left, top of the mat. Relaxing on over those legs, maybe a big bend in the knees. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, relaxing over. Inhale, reach up high. We let those hands come down to heart center. Breathe. Find the strength in that right leg. Left leg starts becoming nice and light. We're lifting it up. Pillar pose. Alrighty. That left ankle is crossing above that right knee. I'm gonna face this way so you can see me a little better. Maybe you sit it down. Okay. We have another option now. We want to be a little fun. We're embracing this roller coaster, not knowing what turns and twists we take. Left arm is threading underneath or right in the hole of that left leg. Woo! Right arm is reaching behind. Maybe you embrace, maybe you don't. Maybe you just play with that hand down there. See what that's like. Now, keeping that strength in that right leg, we lift back up in our bird of paradise. Woo! It's hard. And again, maybe you just have this connection here. If you can't get the bind, then that's okay. You might play with kicking out that leg. Holy hip flexors. Breathe. All right. Let's come back. Find that cross. Undo that twist. Allow the hands to come down. Woo! Hands are planted down. I want you to bring that weight forward. We're gonna keep that connection of that right ankle above, or excuse me, that left ankle above that right knee, and find a big bend in that right knee. Hop it back. So we're in a figure four plank. Breathe. 3. If you want a little bit more, you shift that weight forward, come down halfway. Woo! Lift it up. Come down. Lift it up. Come down. Lift it up. We're opening up side plank, rolling over. Right hand is sturdy. Left leg extending out. Or if you want to keep that tree variation, you can. Breathe. Left hand comes down, high plank. Knees will come down. Let those hips go back. Child's pose. Ooh, nice big inhales and exhales. Embracing the ride. These 60 minutes together. Come back to the breath. If it feels nice to walk the hands on over towards the right, walk them to the right. Pressing that left arm down. Finding that stretch underneath that left arm. Lightness of the arms as you make your way to center. And to the left. The right arm is guiding its way down to get that stretch underneath that right arm. That right side body, breathe. Welcome in the space. Lightness in the arms. Come back to center. Making our way back into our downward facing dog. Take your time to get there. See what movements come. Hips are reaching high. Breathe. We find a bend in the knees. Step, jump, hop, top of the mat. Coming up halfway. Exhale, relax on over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale those hands down to heart center. All right, we'll find that roller coaster right on the opposite side. So strengthen that left leg. Right foot starts becoming nice and light. Lift it up. Breathe. Keeping that left leg engaged, pulling up into that hip flexor. Right ankle crossing above the left knee. Sit it down. Trick here is keeping everything nice and level, nice and even. Open up that hip. Right hand is threading in the hole. Ooh. Maybe it reaches behind, maybe it stays forward. Left arm reaching behind. All right, strengthen that left leg. You push up, bend that knee, lift that torso on up, lift that right leg on up. Good. Maybe extend. Bring it in. 2 more. Extend. In. Last time, we got this. Woo! Bend it. Find that figure 4. Sit it down. Undoing the bind. Hands are coming down. Folding on over the legs. We plant the hands down. Big bend in the knees. Or in the left knee. Shift that weight into the hands. Pop that left foot back. Bring the hips down. Figure of 4 plank. Breathe. Maybe you come down halfway. Lift up. Come down halfway. Lift up. Halfway. Lift up. Roll open. Side plank. Left hand is strong. Nice and sturdy. Breathe. That heart is opening. Those hips are reaching high. For 3. For 2. Last one. Right hand comes down. Maybe you go through another flow. We meet in our child's pose. Whew. Just settling in. Coming back to the breath. Back to our intention if we lost it. Good. Alrighty. We're gonna lift our torso on up. So we're sitting on the heels. Just like so, if it feels a little bit better to open up the legs and let that bum just kind of nestle in between, find that version instead. Or if a block or pillow feels better to keep yourself a little bit more lifted, find that version. Let's interlace those hands behind our back. Pull that fist on down. And as you exhale, humble on over those legs. The arms might reach up high. The closer the palms, the more intense the stretch. Breathe. That forehead might even rest down on the mat. Maybe a little sway side to side feels nice. Bring the arms down towards the sides. Release that bind. Hands are coming alongside the knees. Lift that torso back up once more. So we're pushing that ground away, just like our cat back, engaging the shoulders, pushing that ground away. Maybe you really don't push a whole lot right now, but just feel that motion. Now relax. Push with the shoulders. Relax. Now we're adding on. Push with the shoulders. Maybe lift the knees. Nice little stretch on the top of the feet. Exhale, come back down. Pushing with the hands. Maybe you lift the knees. Maybe the knees come a little higher. Come down. We have 3 options. So, pushing the hands into the floor. We lift up the knees. Maybe we step the feet forward. Let that elbow, or excuse me, the knees come into the oh my gosh, the armpits. Tilt forward into our crow. That's option one. Option two is we just push that ground away, lift the feet or lift the knees, and then sweep them forward. Option three is you pretend you sweep them forward. We're all meeting with those legs forward. No matter how you get there, take your time. Maybe wiggling out the legs once you make it there. Nice big inhales and exhales. Allow that spine to lengthen. Toes are flexed. Reach those arms up high. Hinge from those hips as you fold on over. Maybe you grab a hold of the big toes. Maybe the hands are on the shins. Allowing yourself to just melt over the legs. Find some ease here. And I sometimes keep my gaze up, looking towards my feet. I want you to see if maybe you can bring that gaze down so you can find a bit of a release in that back and that neck. Just 2 more breaths. Good. Let's lift on up. Bend the knees, soles of the feet are planting down. Adjust on your mat. We're making our way down. Hands are reaching forward. Let that spine be long. Tuck that chin in. Grounding the feet down. Start rolling your way onto your back. Allow the arms to reach behind once the shoulders touch down. And then we'll bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Grab the outer parts of the feet. Open up the legs into your happy baby. Easing the knees down towards the mat. See if you can release that low back as well. Nice and easy. Finding a little bit of movement side to side might feel nice. Grabbing a hold of the big toes and extending one leg or the other or both at the same time might be what serves you today. Being a little playful. A little kind. And a little soft. Starting to slow down. Release the feet. The knees are coming back in towards the chest. Biggest hug yet. The arms are opening up alongside you. Goalpost or T. And then let the knees fall to one side. Doesn't matter what side you start with today. If you want to find a bind, maybe crossing that left leg on top of the right, if that feels right for you. Welcoming that. Two more breaths. If you took a bind with the legs, undoing it. Allow the gaze to come to center. The knees make their way back to center. Allow the legs to fall to the opposite side. Again, maybe finding that twist if that feels nice. I apologize, I misguided you guys. I said go onto whatever side and then I explained the twist on the right side. But whichever hip is on top, that's the one that should be wrapping around. And I'm sure you probably felt that if you were on the opposite side. With each exhale, we bring a little bit more ease, a little bit more peace into the posture. If you took that bind, start unwinding. Come back to center. Now taking the next few breaths, the next few moments to find any movements that your body's craving in order to feel the practice complete. No matter what these movements, these shapes are, just embracing them as they come. Exploring for the next maybe minute or two. And then eventually making your way into that final resting pose, into that Shavasana. Noticing as the body lengthens. The arms falling alongside the body, or if it feels better, maybe you end the same way you started, with one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. With each breath, you allow ease. With each inhale, you welcome in love. I'll be here for a few breaths. Life is amazing, and then it's awful, and then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and the awful, it's ordinary and mundane and routine. Breathe in the amazing. Hold on through the awful. and relax and exhale during the ordinary. That's just living heartbreaking, soul healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life. And it's breathtakingly beautiful. Beginning to welcome in the awareness back into the body, back into the breath. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Finding bigger movements with each breath. And then allowing yourself to lengthen long. The biggest stretch yet. And with that exhale, you bring the knees into the chest, giving yourself one last big hug. Patiently letting yourself go onto your right or the left side. Taking a few moments here in this fetal position just to reflect on your intention, to reflect on your practice, to reflect on this beautiful life. And remembering that as long as there's breath in the body, we can always begin again. Sweetly pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed or soft. And we'll allow the hands to come to heart center as we bow our head in gratitude. Grateful for this day, for this breath, for this beautiful life that we're given. Thank you to each of you for sharing your practice with me. The light, the love, and the spirit in me humbly bows to the light, the love, and spirit in each of you. Namaste.